guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I always forget to say this. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos. I'm making my third round of treats that I'm going to be using for my baked treat box for my next event that I have coming up. And this is going to be, it's actually a pecan shortbread recipe, but because I have a Mexican wedding cookie that has pecans in it, I decided that I'm going to make an almond shortbread cookie. So I'm starting off with my butter and my powdered sugar. I will have the recipe listed down below because I'm making 3 times the batch. So you want to make sure your butter is room temperature, and we're going to let this cream up for about 2 to 3 minutes. And while this is mixing and creaming, you can add your dry ingredients, which would be the salt, flour, cinnamon, and we're going to whisk that together just to kind of combine everything. And the other thing I'm doing is the recipe calls for dark rum or vanilla. I was going to use rum, but I don't have any, or even rum extract. I thought I did, but I don't. So, and I don't want to use vanilla. So I'm going to use almond extract to complement the almonds that I have that are going inside instead of the pecans. So that's what we're going to do. And again, this is another simple recipe. There's no eggs involved. It's just basically creaming your butter and sugar and then adding your dry ingredients, and that's pretty much it. And I'm going to take you down here for a second. I don't know if you can see. I'll try to zoom in on when I edit because I can't zoom in the way I have the camera set up. But I have a timer here. So normally I would set it for the amount of time that I need it to go off at. But I always seem to forget to do that. But it also does a count up, as you can see, so I can tell how many minutes it has been going. And so the recipe says 2 to 3 minutes, and the way my butter is now, it looks nice and creamy. So I'm going to stop, get all the butter from the sides and push it down. I do not like to overmix my dough, so I'm going to add a little bit of the flour, like half the flour. Actually, no, I'm going to add all the flour. And I'm going to add my nuts so that when I mix, I'm not over mixing. And to start off, I'm just going to mix it on slow speed so that the flour doesn't go all over the place. And you want to mix it just until combined, and then I'm going to take it off the mixer and I'm going to finish it by hand with my spatula. And this is going to be kind of a dry, not so sticky dough. So I was mixing with this guy, but I had to take it off because I think with this type of dough, it doesn't work really well with that. So I had to switch to the metal, which will dig in there deeper, because my dough right now is sticking to the sides. All right, let's try that again. I really had to dig that out because it was stuck for some reason on the side. I don't know why. Or the whole bowl, like the butter just got stuck to the bottom. I forgot to add my almond extract, which I think may help. It's a little bit dry right now. You don't want it to be too dry, but you don't want it to be too wet either. So let's add that and see what happens. So my dough is still a little bit too crumbly for my liking because, let me bring you down a little bit so you can see. As you can see, when I'm trying to form it into a ball, it is not staying together. So I don't want to add any more of my almond extract because then it's going to be too strong. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of water at a time. You could add milk, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to add water. Kind of like when you're making a pie dough. You want it to be not too dry, but not too wet. So we'll see. I may need to add even a little bit more water. You just want it to come together. All right, let's see what we're working with now. Oh, that's perfect now. So as you can see now, it's staying together when I form it into a ball. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is roll our dough out onto a floured surface. So I'm putting about half, well, actually about a quarter of it out on the thing at one time. And I'm going to, the best way to do this is you want to get it into a log basically. And I actually still feel like it needs a little more water. So you can add, just like as if you're doing pasta dough or any kind of dough really on a board, just add a little bit of water to it and start mixing. So a little trick I've learned, which I don't know if it's going to work with this shortbread or not because I've never tried it with this kind of dough, but we're going to find out here in a minute, is you want to kind of spread your dough out to the length of your parchment paper, or however long you want it. You make your parchment paper the length of that. So get it pretty close and leave a little bit on the edges left. And then what we're going to do is turn it around. Like so. Let's see. And you want to take a bench scraper and fold your parchment over the dough and push at the very bottom of your... So I'm not a big fan of the way this is working out with this, so we're going to skip that. So what I'm going to do is, because I want these to be like a perfect shape, so I'm going to flatten a little bit out, and I'm going to take my cookie cutter and cut a shape out of it. So now I've got a nice little round cookie. And I'm just going to do that with all of my dough, and we'll see how many we get. So what I ended up doing, actually, instead of doing individual like that, is taking the dough and using my rolling pin to roll it out to the thickness I want, and then cutting out my shape. Otherwise, I'll be here all day. And this is actually working out pretty well. So if you do this recipe, this would be the best way to do it. So that way you just roll out your dough, and then you just keep cutting. Much faster this way. And I can really smell the almond extract in here. It smells so good. All right, so now that we have the better way to do it, I'll be back when I'm done with these. I just wanted to jump in here. I was editing this almond shortbread cookie recipe, and I had been filming video after video after video this day, and I don't know what happened to the end of this video. So I unfortunately, I did not bake the cookies because as I did in some of my previous videos, I told you that I was getting ready for an event. So I just froze the cookies, and I'm going to pull them out the day before that I want to bake them. And so I'll probably pull them out the day before or 2 days before my event and bake them the day before and get them all packaged up and ready for my event. So I will bring you along for bake day, but I apologize that I do not have an ending to this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. You got the idea of what to do. I will list the recipe down below so that you have the temperature and the bake times and all that good stuff. Again, I am so sorry. I was just exhausted this day, and I don't really know if I forgot to hit record for this whole thing at the end, or if I somehow deleted it, or what happened. I don't know. I hope that you did enjoy this video, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more. I promise I will try not to skip the ending. So yeah, so I will see you guys all in the next video.